like, you just ruined my whole fucking
Well, I think those of us who have, using the dirt track, we get it. We know that racing's a little different. Things happen that you can't control, and it's just fun. I think it just has taken it to another level, and it's another way for us to be engaged in the sport. So, pretty cool. Hey, we appreciate you giving us your time today, man. It's awesome to talk to you, and we look forward to see what you have going on in the winter here in the indoor season, and if you get to out to Australia, best of luck in California, as in Placerville as this is coming up, and then hopefully in 2020 we'll see a little more of you in Ohio.
Absolutely, hoping to do that, and appreciate being on the show. For everybody out there, you could find me on Instagram or Twitter at Tmez Drifts with a Z, TMEZ Drifts with a Z, and give me a follow and check out my kind of crazy life I got going on here.
Awesome. We've enjoyed following you on Twitter and keeping up with your year. Congratulations on a great 2019, 18 wins, and like I said, best of luck as you go through the winter and in 2020.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, brother. We will look for you in Indianapolis or St. Louis, whichever we see you in first.
Right on.
All right, thanks.
As always, we're coming to you from the home of the Ohio Dirt Track Podcast in the St. Pete District Studios, downtown Mansfield. St. Pete District Studios is a full-service recording studio that can meet any of your recording needs. Rob will get you in and get you taken care of. Rock and roll, gospel, jazz, opera, heavy metal, you name it, they'll record it. Even commercial or podcast needs. Rob has clearly made major improvements to the sound of the Ohio Dirt Track Podcast, and we want to share that with you as well. So for booking, email Rob at robinrecorder@gmail.com or find them on Facebook at St. Pete District Studios.
All right, nice long conversation there with Thomas, and that's one we've been talking about getting on the show for a long time, and I'm glad we made that connection.
Oh yeah, I mean, he mentioned it at the end there that kind of follow along with his crazy life, and I mean, just seeing him on Twitter and Instagram, all the stuff that he gets to do. Thomas is definitely one of the more charismatic people out in the sprint car community, and I'm glad we finally got to get him on the show.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the follow on Twitter. I haven't checked out the Instagram yet, but that's something I'm going to check out. And and that's what's entertaining about this sport. I mean, the personalities with dirt track until the last 5 or 6 years, you haven't seen as much exposure with a camera in front of somebody, and that's changed a lot, and you're getting to know their personalities a lot more. That's been going on with NASCAR for 25, 30 years. They've always got a camera in their face, but now we're just getting to see these drivers' personalities a lot more, and who's entertaining, and who we want to hear from. So we appreciate Thomas getting on, and like I said, we've been waiting on that one for a little while. So we hope you guys enjoyed it. So, Jacob, not a lot of racing to talk about coming up here in November, other than what we've mentioned. We'll be able to see what's going on in Australia.
We got World Finals too.
Yeah, World Finals. What is the date on World Finals?
It'll be November 7th, 8th, and 9th.
That's this weekend. I lost track of when we're recording and when this is actually happening. So
yeah, as you're hearing this will be this upcoming weekend on Thursday. The day that this should drop, the 7th, I will actually be in Charlotte. I'll get to experience my first World Finals with a couple of my good buddies, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this World of Outlaws sprint car points battle come down to the last couple races, with Brad Sweet only having an 8-point lead over Don Don.
Yeah, that's going to be it's going to be an exciting finish, and it's always a great experience at the dirt track in Charlotte. That's a huge weekend, man. I'm glad you're going to make it out there for that.
I'm looking forward to it so much. I can't wait.
Cool. We'll definitely be looking forward to the recap from that. Man, you'll be there, and you should be able to get some interviews with anybody.
I hope so.
Get out there
I'm sure I'll be talking to people everywhere.
I'm on a personal mission to get Kenny Wallace on the show, and he should be there, right?
I think so.
So Kenny, I know you're not listening, but if you do listen, we'd love to have you on the Ohio Dirt Track Podcast.
Never
All
hurt
right.
to try.
Yeah, never. It's been proven so far. We've gotten a lot of opportunities to talk to some great drivers this year, and we appreciate it. We're going to keep rolling with it. So thanks today to Tmez for joining us, and we thank you for tuning in to the Ohio Dirt Track Podcast. Make sure you're continuing to share us on Twitter, Facebook, and get the message out to your friends that are race fans so they can listen to the show. So with that, thanks for tuning in, and we will talk to you next week. And until then, get out, get dirty, support your local track.